Hi, I'm Dave Embry, host of Adventures in the Wild. I want to tell you a little bit about a new program we've got started. Here's how it works. Each time you watch one of our videos, one of the Adventures in the Wild videos, write down your name, address, city, state, zip code, telephone number, where you rented the video from, and the name of the video that you're watching right now, and send it in to us at the address that's on the screen. What we're going to do is for each year we're going to make a random drawing from everyone who's made entries in the hunting class, who's watched hunting videos, and someone who's made entries from watching fishing videos. And we're going to select one of those, and me and you are going to go hunting or fishing. Maybe we'll go down to Costa Rica and catch some big tarpon, or go down into South Texas and hunt a big white-tailed deer. But that's how it works. Also, the dealer who you rented it from or purchased the video from, he's going to win the trip too. So be sure to get your entry in today. Thanks.
If you like hunting, fishing, and the great outdoors, then come along today with Dave Embry in search of the world's greatest outdoor adventures. You'll go all over the world, from Alaska to South America, Canada to Mexico, in search of the most elusive and dangerous game in the world. This is Dave Embry's Adventures in the Wild. On today's video, come along with Dave Embry as he and his friends head out on some really fun but hair-raising adventures as they go dangerous hunting. First, we'll be going to Okeen, Oklahoma, home of the original rattlesnake roundup, as Dave and his snake-catching buddy, Ivan Dow, run into a whole nest of angry rattlers. Then, we're off to the swamplands of coastal Savannah, Georgia, as Dave teams up with Mike Gugliotti and Jack Douglas of Hall Brothers Camps for some wild and crazy wild boar hunting armed with nothing other than a custom-made knife. And finally, it's down to Texas, to the small town of Brownwood, where Dave will join Jerry Campbell and Randy White for a real hairy showdown with a 400-pound wild boar that Dave takes with nothing other than his custom-made spear. Well, let's get started now as Dave meets up with Ron Posey, president of the Okeen JCs, just outside of the snake pit, or Den of Death as they like to refer to it. In 1939, a man named Von Golker organized the first rattlesnake hunt as a publicity stunt and to help local ranchers control the tremendous snake problems they had. The hunt, or roundup as it's now referred to, became a huge success with crowds of up to 50,000 people coming to the small town, which normally has a permanent population of only 1,600. Each year, the roundup consists of a whole menagerie of events, starting off with a big parade down the middle of Main Street with old vintage cars, military equipment, and even smaller forms of transportation. Vendors also set up booths along Main Street and carry all types of products made mainly from rattlesnakes, such as these lovely earrings Dave is proudly modeling for us. They even have a sort of museum which houses the famous old Smoky Rattler and displays live snakes of all types. Cody Easley even had some baby rattlers to show Dave.
Something else. Hey!
There you have even more baby rattlers.
There's a baby rattler. All right. Chalk one up for Ron. All right, Cody. That's a good one. I thought for sure it was old Smoky popping out. Oh.
They even have a butcher shop where the snakes which are caught are processed and all parts of the snake used. The snake handlers must be very careful in handling the snakes because they are very aggressive and will certainly not hesitate to strike.
There he is. There he is. He's actually biting into the bottom of your boot, isn't he?
Yeah. Shortly after when it's broken off. The way they bite, when they get a fang in you, Their vent gland is up here. When they bite and put pressure and pull, then it injects the venom through the tube. Touch
Then it's to the chopping block, where Dave successfully decapitates a big old rattler.
Grab him. This is not one of your tricks now, is it, Cody? One whack right there.
right there. Good shot.
How about that?
Okay, now this head
It's still
bites you.
it's like a reptile, huh, Bill?
If you go in front of him and he strikes, he more than likely can't get you because he has no body to lunge out.
I see.
But he can
still
go on the
sideways.
side and he can turn sideways.
How long would he be like that, effective still with his head after it's cut off?
Well, 3 or 4 hours with the movement and the muscle
that right?
contractions and the venom in him can still be poisonous for maybe 12 hours.
Extreme care must be taken to avoid the head of the snake even after it's been cut off, as it will still strike a person for several hours.
All right, so you're the skinner, huh?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, is he still actually got movement and
Yeah,
so
he will
forth?
for about 2-3 hours in this type of weather, as warm as it is.
Yeah, getting warming up today. They're just rattlers.
Yeah.
Is there any trick to skinning a rattler?
Pretty easy, really. I split them right up the middle.
Just right up the middle, and
falls out.
that's it.
Pull it apart.
So of course the snakes are the skins are sort of valuable, so I'm sure you keep those. What's the snake skin going for these days?
$8 or $7 a foot.
A foot. You're just going to sort of unzipper him right here. Huh? Got him started with the scissors and just go right up through there. You made it hold him for you or anything? Boy, he's still strong, man. Still strong. One solid muscle, yeah. You like eating them yourself?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not a regular thing, but...
You know, everybody always asks people, like, what does it taste like? You know, I'm sure you say it tastes like rattlesnake, right?
Yeah.
The chicken tastes like a chicken, the fish tastes like a fish, and the rattlesnake tastes like a rattlesnake.
Tastes different.
Next, the snake meat is cut into steaks, which will be sold to exclusive restaurants all over the United States. All parts of the caught snakes are used, and even their venom is milked and sold.
And he's going to chop them in, what, little 6-inch, 7-inch sections?
Yeah, about 5 to 6 inches.
It's good.
We'll get bigger meat.
Yeah,
Well,
right. Go down a little more, little
Yeah.
fillets. Look like it ought to make some good eating, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, finally, Dave meets up with veteran snake catcher Ivan Dow as they prepare to get started.
Well, on these old snakes today, how are we going to try to catch these things?
Any way you can get a hold of it. Just any place you
getting a hold of the
any
right
place
end.
you can get a hold of it.
Don't get
Yeah,
the wrong
right.
end.
So they don't get away from us.
Well, what are they doing? Let's give everybody a little background on what we've had here in Oklahoma. Okay,
All right,
it's been raining for a week, right?
yes, and the
Solid.
roads are muddy,
Right.
and it's nasty.
What are these snakes been doing while it's been wet all this time?
Well, they've mostly been staying in hibernation.
Okay.
It's been a little cool at nights. They will come out as soon as the sun comes out.
Which is today.
Which is today. It ought to be nice.
So really, we got some ideal conditions for catching
Sure,
some snakes today.
except for the wind, make them a little hard to hear. Why, it's real good.
Okay. Are we going to listen? How are we going to first locate them?
We're going to see them.
Okay. We're just going to walk
We're
around.
gonna watch where we
You got
stand.
that many snakes here, we can actually just walk around and just find them.
Sometimes you can find more than you know what to do with.
So that means you're going to put one of these in my hand?
Yes, you bet. You're going to have to help me.
Do you wear any kind of snake protection when you go out at all?
No,
or
just
no,
my...
just the real thing, huh?
Sometimes if guys wear real heavy shoes, we ask them to go barefooted so they don't step on them and hurt them.
So I was going to put my boots on and take these tennis shoes off, and I think I still am.
Them will be all right. Them will be all right.
Yeah, just a little thin nylon.
Yeah.
But seriously, on the snakes, I heard also that sometimes loose clothing is a little bit better too. They might
Well, it
grab a
could
hold
be.
of your loose
It
clothing.
could be. I've never had one to get a hold of my britches leg. I'm
Is
too
that right?
quick for them.
Is that right?
I've never had. Well, you watch every step. You sure do.
Okay.
Yeah. And I make it a policy when I take anybody hunting, nobody handles snakes with their bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's one of the first things, and it's the safest.
Right.
It sure is.
So what we're going to do, we're just going to walk
We're
around
going to walk
here,
around here and look
the
in
hills.
these old dens and see if there's any snakes.
And so you know where some old dens are in here.
Oh yeah, right
Okay.
over here. We're not 200
If you was
feet
hunting it 50 years ago, I guess you still know where they're at. So we're going to get up to the den.
The rattlers are cold-blooded reptiles and cannot regulate their body temperature internally. Therefore, they come out and lie in the open sunlight to warm up and then move under cover to cool down. Today, they should be out of their dens and warming on the rocky outcroppings for which this area is known for. Dave and Ivan check along several good-looking areas for sunning snakes, and Ivan explains to Dave how to find them.
In the grass like this out here.
Goes way back up there, don't it?
You walk around, sometimes you scare them out with your catcher.
Oh boy.
Or they, or they scare you.
I'm gonna let you scare them out. You know the old saying about, we was bear hunting one time up in Alaska and was coming down this beautiful valley. I was with this guy, never been bear hunting before, and we were seeing a lot of bears. So we went along for a little ways, and I stopped, and we saw the biggest bear you ever saw over there. I stopped and got in my pack, took my had these big waders on. I took these waders off and I put my tennis shoes on.
Yeah.
The guy says, what are you doing? So I'm getting these tennis shoes on so I can run fast. The guy says, well, haven't you read anything? Don't you know anything about these bears? You can't outrun a bear. I said, man, I don't have to outrun a bear. I just got to outrun you.
Outrun you. Right,
So
right.
I'm staying right behind you. Okay.
Well, I noticed that Dave has his tennis shoes on already.
Well, let's go right on around a little ways.
All right, I'm right behind you, man. There's holes all over this place.
Oh yeah. All kinds of holes. And there could be a snake in any one of them.
Well, finally, after a couple of hours of searching, they hit the jackpot.
Sometimes we find them in these skunk bushes where there's just a little hole. And this looks like a good place to me. Sure does.
Well, they need to be somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, yes sir, and there's, look at them.
Oh,
You better bring another catcher and get down here.
we better get the, geez.
We better get them out
We
away
got
from.
the jackpot, didn't we? Well, what are we going to do now? Mark's going to give us a hand.
Mark's going to get that one. He's going to get that one out of there.
Jeez, look at the size of that snake. Hey, Lord, watch out. Gosh almighty.
That's the way. Now you got him.
Woo!
Yeah, now you got
You
him.
just hang on to him. Watch him, look at him. Look at him. Well, there's a whole nest of them here.
That's a nasty one, isn't
What
it?
do we do here now?
Well, now you're going to hold the sack, and
Yeah,
Mark's
right.
going to put them in the sack.
All right, we'll see. Mark, I got to say who Mark is here. Now, Mark is carrying our BTR. He's our sound man and carries our tape recorder, so we're going to have some help with this. Wait till I get this thing done. Now, are you sure?
I hope he's getting out of this.
This a snake-proof bag here now? What?
Yeah, that's a snake-proof bag.
Yeah, put potatoes in it.
Oh, you have.
Especially
The big
formulated
ones,
Idaho
the big
potatoes.
ones sure can't get out of it. The little ones might crawl through, but the big ones can't get
And
out.
they, a hole in the sack, is it? I don't know about this.
Now, boys,
Oh, the cameraman can hold the bag too.
before we sack them,
All right.
there's one thing I do want you to do. Let me show you how to sack the first one.
All right, here.
And you hold the sack.
Jeez, I don't
I'll guarantee you.
right.
Here's what I'm going to do.
You gonna let him sneak right out like that, right?
No, you just
Man.
hang on. I'll show you. I've sacked them by the hundreds.
All right.
And I
Well,
take
he
the
don't want that head.
time.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that, guys.
his teeth on.
I take my time.
Okay.
Now, he cannot get his mouth open.
All right.
You just hold the sack on the ground. I'll put the snake
On the ground, huh?
in the sack. Just hold it right
All right.
there.
All right.
Put him
All the
clear
way
to the
down.
bottom. Turn him loose.
All right. Then
They very seldom try to crawl back
then I
out.
just turn him loose, right?
Now, can you get that one without him?
Hey, that's a good
All
catch.
right. Now hold him
Good
tight.
catch. Get
Hold him terrible tight.
Real tight.
Let me hold the. I'll hold the
That's
sack
all right.
for him.
All right.
I'll
that's a
help
big
you
one.
hold it or whatever.
The
But
big one. All right.
thing to do is hold the sack still and let him put the snake in.
There you go. There you
There
go.
to the
Right
bottom.
on down.
Right on
All
down.
right.
Yeah.
Coming loose.
Got it.
Look down in here. Look in this bag. He bit the bag.
He's mad.
Got to catch one of these dudes here.
Somebody
now.
else.
Let's see.
That's a big one right there too. That one on
Look
top.
at him, just curl up like
There's two right there together.
There's two right here. Yeah, I see two rattles. Look at that rattle.
Two. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
Watch the one underneath him.
Let him slip back through. Get
All
him.
right, let him get back.
Get him
Get
clear.
his head right in
Whoop.
there. Whoop, not good enough, man.
Now you
How
got him.
about that? That's
Now.
a big thing. Hey, I did this at Gillies in Houston one time. Look at that snake. I want you to look at that snake.
Hang on tight.
Woo! All right, I got him.
Right on down. There you go. Turn him loose.
About to walk in these other ones.
Turn him loose.
And that's a snake.
Well, we
there
got
now.
three. We got three in there now.
How many was in it? Is that all that's in them bushes?
That's all there was there that I could see. I believe you're going to be a professional before we get through here.
That's it, isn't it?
Now you got him.
There he goes.
Whoop,
Now he don't
whoop,
like that, does he? He's getting loose, isn't he?
He might get loose.
He's getting loose. I'll turn him loose.
That's
Start again.
Is that a pretty good gripper?
Well, once you grab them, they don't like it, do they?
no, they sure don't like it.
Look at that snake. Look at that dude. Isn't that something? Look at that. Look at this rattle. Let me just look at that just for a second. See that rattler working?
Look at the rattles on that.
That rattler working?
That's got a big rattler.
Boy, he does. These rattles in the
My arms ain't hardly long enough.
Okay, here we go. In the bag. In the bag. Oops.
Take him right on to the bottom. There you go.
All right.
Now,
Mark,
get that other
last one. Grab this last one here.
I'll watch these in the sack. You guys watch the wild
I'm
ones.
not there, don't want to stick his head out. He
No,
knows what's coming.
he's
Man, it's all right up in there in one spot. Oh, he slipped through there.
get him. Ah, now.
There he is. There he is.
There to the bottom.
Yes,
Still on
sir.
there. Look, big.
Now, the way to make
Now.
it safe is you twist the sack down like that. Then if you haven't lost a string in the excitement
Or anything else.
or anything else, you put the string down like that, close to the
Right.
tie knotted. If he's got his neck in there, that's his hard luck. Then you got a handle.
Well, can they actually bite through that sack if they wanted to, or
They don't have much room.
to
Of
actually
course,
open?
if you're close, they could.
Right.
But they don't have much room to rear back to give it
Right.
any force.
Okay.
So they're not so dangerous this way.
That sounds like a bag full of noise there, doesn't it?
Sound like a bunch of meanness to me.
Well,
And you can carry the sack.
That's grandma's picnic.
Don't throw it over your shoulder. No.
well, it's been a lot of fun. We found this file finally right together. It's
My
I
gosh,
appreciate it,
yeah,
Ivan.
sure
Give it a time
finally
to-
found.
Let's go out there. Let's go take these back into town and put them in with the rest
and
of
go
the
get
JC
some more.
stuff. All right, let's go.
Later, Dave and his cameraman took some of the snakes they caught and decided to experiment. They took these balloons and enticed the snakes to strike. As the balloons burst, you can see the open mouths of the rattlers. I'm glad those are balloons and not legs. Well, next, we're off to Georgia, where Dave teams up with his old boar hunting friend, Jack Douglas. Jack runs the Hall Brothers Wilderness Camp in Savannah and offers great hunting for wild boar and white-tailed deer. Jack's longtime client and friend, Mike Gugliotti, planned to go after some of these extremely wild and ferocious boars with nothing other than a custom-made knife that Mike had built. But wait, I thought Dave was supposed to kill this boar with his knife. Oh well, Dave seems nowhere to be found, so I guess that we'll just have to watch as Mike has his knife razor sharp, and they've got one on the run.
Man, they beat him right out in that swamp there, Mike. Down there where all that boggy place is. We're gonna see what's in there. You gonna take any more dogs, or you got enough of them? Might better get one more out of there. Go ahead and get your thing on, Mike. They done came from all the way across that railroad. They right across from that big swamp.
Yeah, they don't sound too far.
They gonna get wet. About that deep in mud and water. Usually when they hit that swamp and bait, that's far as they go now. Got it gun shot? That's all. Come on.
Yeah.
Did you hit him?
A little bit.
Why is in that little thing? If he's breaking now, he's done know he's stuck. He's going in or showing us stick it now. He's close up on him now. He's awesome. Yeah. Bring them around that way.
Watch it now. Stop it, man.
Come on, Mike. You got to press him up. He's ready back in that water.
Hit it.
There you go. You're in the heart that time.
Yeehaw!
All right.
Hey!
That wasn't mine. That was a bad hog. That was a bad hog. What are you talking about?
Not too bad.
Cut him a couple places on the hand, but he's gonna be all right. He's losing a little blood there. He had something to work with. Look at that.
Oh, man.
That's what got you on the hand,
Yeah.
man.
This one on this side.
You spun around and got you, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right when he had him in the nut.
And you can see. I don't know how he got underneath me.
Put him out on, that's why it's on the finger there.
Two little puncture holes.
Bad cat. Couple of dives.
Turn your hand this way a little bit, man. Hold it still.
That was some action, what?
I'll survive.
Bad cat.
I had found it hard. He wouldn't stay still. I couldn't get in at him.
No. Look at all them marks where he almost got it, you know, he just didn't get no penetration. I had before the cameraman got there, I believe, that knife, all that cutting on his hand.
All right.
Got a little mixed blood, a little human blood, a little boar blood.
He wouldn't stand and fight. He kept backing off. Back up. You can't get in at him if you don't. And the dogs, you got to be diverted for that second.
That's your fourth one with the knife. That's the first time you got cut, right?
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah.
Not too
That's
bad.
not bad. Just a little rose. It won't even take a stitch.
Simply unbelievable. Mike had already stabbed the boar once while the cameraman was out of range, marred in the swamp. He goes in for the final kill as the boar goes down. However, before going down, the boar was able to do a little damage to Mike as he cuts him in two places on his hand as he went in for the first stab. Well, let's take a look at some home movie footage of one of Mike's other hunts with a knife. Jack is narrating now for us as he helps Mike all he can.
Comes Mike Gugliotti, world famous diver. He also hunts boar and alligator with a knife. We said hunt, not kill. All right, Mike, this is the one we've been hunting. We got a big black boar here. Hear them dogs talking now. Let's look him over, Mike. Then we get ready. We're going to turn the red dog loose. Be careful now. He's been running dogs everywhere. Be careful, Mike. That's a good boar. You want the other dog? Look him over, Mike. He's got a big set of tusks. Now watch him. Did you get in him? Just hold the red dog. Mike wants to try him without the bulldog. First time this has ever been done. Be careful, Mike. Ain't nothing but bay dogs on it. All right, get out of there. You got a good lick on him. You got a good hit on him, Mike. Just let him bleed. Let him bleed. Tie that red dog off. We don't need him. Them dogs know he's hurt. They all over him. Let him bleed. Just let him bleed, Mike. What a bull. What a bull. That's 200.
what a boar hunt. Well, I finally figured out where Dave is. He's down in Texas now with some more of his old-time hunting buddies, Jerry Campbell and Randy White. These good old boys are sure enough some fine hunters and great people that really know how to put on a hunt. But this will be a first for these boys and for Dave as they plan to hunt these wild boars with nothing but a spear. I guess Dave likes that couple of extra feet of range that the spear gives him over the knife. Oh well, the spears were custom made for Dave by Paul Smith of Brownwood. And here's Paul to present the spears and a couple of accessories to Dave before the hunt.
What do you say, Jerry? Got them cooking this morning already?
Yeah, I got a whole barbecue in there. I got one over there cooking in the ground. Caught last week down in San Saba County. Got this one on the pit.
Yeah.
Put that on there. That whole weight's about 250.
That looks good. What do you get on that pig?
Oh, that's a special seasoning. McNerney whooped up. He won't tell us what it is, so I can't tell you.
Best I can tell you, it's got chili powder, sugar,
That's good.
Yeah, that's
salt and pepper.
Boy, it's probably 7:30 in the morning. We're getting ready to go out and try to spear some, huh?
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try to do a little pig sticking today.
Good.
I just wonder what if we can get one caught, well, we will. There's old Paul Smith there. He's a spear maker.
There it
I want
is.
you to
Oh
see
my
what
gosh. Look at those things. We really gonna do this now?
You fake
Paul, how you doing?
All right.
I'm Dave Embry.
Paul Smith, Dave.
You made these things up?
Yeah. Just for this
Tell you
day.
what, now that is a pig sticker there, now, ain't it?
Want the edge on that sucker.
You made this up from scratch, huh?
Yeah, he farmed their hand forward.
Yeah, that is something.
Made out of a trailer spring hand forged.
Is that what it is? And what did you put you got it on the...
Half-inch pipe. Tip threaded into it.
Man,
Change
tell
the
you
tip
what,
on it. Put
that
it
was
on
one-
their handle.
That's where I called you and we talked about the importance of having the hilt pieces
Hilt
on the
on
back. Oh, this one, so that's the throwing spear you designed. This one's going to be more of the sticking spear, we're going to call it. And whenever you got a boar charging or whatever, it's going to be important to be able to keep that boar from running on through the spear and getting whoever might be holding the spear. Which I'm not sure it's going to be me.
Whoever was holding
We
it.
might pass it back.
That's right.
That is something else. And you come on down through here, we've got the end, which I think I see you see here, which you've done pretty good, which is important. I think the trick, this is, of course, it's heavy too. We went that way. 30 pounds, 20 pounds?
Probably around 25 pounds.
25 pounds. Well, this end piece right here, what we can do, what's good about that is we can anchor into that piece like that, see? And he's gonna have a hard time pulling my arm off the socket. That's one way I'm gonna let go of it. And see if he pulls it off the socket. That's pretty good, that's gonna work good.
Well, one thing about it, you'll have no boy stand there with a loaded Colt peacemaker just in case you get in trouble.
Well, I might sneak a 44 on my side too.
I just hope we get one caught. But, I caught my 216th boar yesterday, but that don't mean it's going to be 217 today.
That's what we got.
The conditions are excellent. We couldn't have any better weather.
That's one we got with Randy out there.
Mm-hmm.
That was some good scenes, that bull. We couldn't get quite there in time with the camera, but he was giving them dog fits, wasn't he?
Yeah, you got to keep training dogs all the time. You catch the wrong boar and you get out of business in 20
real
minutes, or less. And I really had too many hounds on him, which don't happen very often. I mean, a lot of times they shake them loose, whoop all your hounds.
Yeah. Let's try something on this bear. I just want to see if it can take the... You act like you're a boar. Just stand still. Shoot him. Yeah, put your hands up there. All right. All I want to do, I just want to test to see if... I think the trick that I've been trying to figure out is make sure I can keep my balance. And of course, you're closer to me than the boar is going to be. He's going to be stopped by the hilt back there. You're fine. No, you're fine right there. But see, what I've got is you're pushing against my arm like that, and I just want to make sure I can keep my balance. And if we get a place, as long as I don't trip over a bunch of brush and stuff,
footing is a lot of it.
we're going to be
all
okay.
of it.
If it's real thick, we're going to have problems. But in any case, give me a little weight. Push me around, jerk me around a little bit. Yeah, see, he's not going to get me. No, he ain't going to get there.
As long as you don't lose your nerve.
Yeah, might be. Oh!
We'll be cheering you on, I promise you, Dave. We'll cheer you on. We'll tell you to spur him and hang on.
In case you lose your nerve.
Yeah,
Well, if you have emergency or anything, you don't have to go pick it.
I think what I need is a plastic trash bag. I'm just gonna take my pants off the room.
Kind of disposable deal where you go by the nearest RV deal and dump it.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, it took a lot of thought to plan that where it worked, just like that. It's out of my way.
Sell them to 400.
I hope we don't have to use it.
Hope we don't either.
You did a good job with that spear. I guarantee you that's a heck of a spear there. We'll see how it works. And this one's you're going to make for throwing.
You ought to throw that one once and see
how it works.
Sticking in over there.
Well, you got it balanced, don't you?
Yeah, it's well
Right
balanced.
there. That's the part right there in the middle. That's where it's balanced with the head and everything. So we can take it and throw it just like a javelin or something. And we don't have a hilt on this one because, see, we don't need to really stop him right there, right? So we're going to throw her in like that. So.
Stick it in the ground once out there. We'll sharpen it again.
All right, here we go. That dirt cloud right there. Yeah, that'll do. It's got enough weight on it.
It really looks and flies right. It's well balanced.
Yeah.
All done. Super job.
All right. Well, we're loaded and ready, so we'll get loaded up, get ready to go. We'll get this spear.
Well, it's time to get ready to head out as the horses and hounds are made ready. Dave and several of the boys are heading out to the campfire for a cup of coffee and a little talk with the gentleman who owns the ranch, Glenn Ratliff.
Dave, come on here and get a cup of coffee.
Well, that's the best kind of coffee right there, isn't it?
By the way, I want you to meet the rancher here.
Dave Embry.
Glenn Ratliff.
Glenn, good to meet you.
Glenn, can you tell us about some hogs they've been seeing down here on the river?
You got some hogs around here?
Oh, yeah, we've had hogs down here always. Sometimes they get a little short, but we got some big boars.
Got some big ones, huh?
You bet you, and some pretty bad hogs. They get after our cattle once in a while, and we need to watch them pretty close and get some of them.
They do much damage to your land or anything you ran?
Not that bad. We don't have that much.
Have that many of them?
In fact, I kind of like the hogs being on the place,
yeah.
but.
Well, we'll see if we can leave you about one less short one at a time.
I bet you can find one down here. You got a good man with these dogs. You got Jerry and these boys, they're good with it.
Yeah, we're waiting on Jerry. He'll be here in a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be up in a little bit. Glenn, y'all been seeing signs, but sure enough, look like a big boar, hadn't you?
Yeah, we see signs all the time, and we've seen signs of big hogs down here. And I think Jerry's been coming down here and kind of looking at some of the signs, and I bet he can find that hog for you.
Well, we're going to try to do something a little different today. Dave wants to try to kill one with a spear, so...
I don't know how I got talked into this now, let me tell you.
Well,
he said that, not me.
I was kind of,
Have you got a spear long enough to do it off a horse?
Yeah, probably so. From a tree or a
helicopter
or running backwards, one way or the other.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with you, boys.
All right,
I'm going to watch it.
Good.
But I'm not going to spear a hog.
Well, I got to bring my personal friend, Dr. Randy Dieter, along now. See, so he's got a lot of sutured needles in there. So if we got to do any emergency surgery, we can do it right there.
I may guide from a distance myself. I'll tell you that.
Well, Randy's going to take. We got two kinds of spears. We got one that's a throwing spear that doesn't have, and the difference is that one of them doesn't have a hilt on the back of it.
Yeah.
And that spear, is designed to more throw it at the animal. And you don't want to use it if you're really as a stabbing spear, because if that boar is coming at you and he charges you, he would run right on through the spear and still get you. So we got a long one that I'm going to use. It's going to be an actual sticking spear, and it's got a big hilt on the back of it to stop it from going in, so I can actually plug the boar and hang on to it.
Well, now, I know that you've studied this. I mean, you know what you're doing out here. You're not going to get killed, are you?
I hope not. I swear I run my whole day.
I've never speared. It kind of upset me, too. But I've never speared a hog in the pasture, or in the but I've killed hogs, butchered hogs, and we always stuck them.
Yeah.
Do you know just where you're going to...
Well, I think, what I'm going to try to do is, of course, if he's charging, which we don't want to do, but if he's charging, he may be, is to try to get all these arteries and stuff that's up under the neck right here. I shot him with pistols, and I've shot him with a bow and arrow. In fact, we shot one down here with Randy and Jerry a year or two ago, and we hit him with an arrow, and I shot him. He was quartering towards me, and I hit him with the arrow right in front of the shoulder right there, and it went all the way through him. And I'm telling you, that boar didn't take, what did it make, maybe take 8-10 steps?
Oh, yeah, no more than that.
And that was, he was down.
He bled out quick.
And that was faster than any rifle shot I ever done before. And if you look at the wicked blades on these spears we got, and as long as it is, and plus with you holding that blade in him, see, that blade goes through him, and that boar, when he starts moving, you're just going to cut a tremendous sore.
You're talking about like a 300-pound boar or 400-pound boar, though.
Yeah. If that's what we
They got gristle shield on the back, which you know could be 2 inches thick.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you can do it if you think you can, but I think you got your work cut out.
Well, we don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
We hope you don't get bored to death.
Well, we got another doctor here that maybe we can.
That's right.
Save you.
The two of us.
We're gonna make sure we had your blessing on it. That's what we're gonna try.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's exciting to me. And I've hunted all my life. I've run foxhounds, and I don't run hounds now, but I've got cow dogs, cow dogs, and we gather our cattle with dogs, and it's a similar, you know, they go hunting and they gather them and they bay them is what they do, and we drive them in, and I love to hear dogs
That's
run.
what I've worked with these dogs. I know they got some real good dogs, so you feel a lot more comfortable with some good dogs. Even if you got in the jam, I think
you're having a dog fight now.
Yeah, that's right. They're stirring up a little bit. But hopefully by the time the sun's on the other side of the horizon tonight, we'll have a big boar on the Jeep.
Well, I bet you will. We got plenty of hogs down here, and I hope we have good luck, and I hope you come back.
I do too. Well, I think I hear Jerry coming around the corner there.
All right.
Go ahead and get the rest of these horses loaded up and get out of here.
Well, Glenn, we thank you.
You bet
sir.
you.
Come on along, get that horse saddled up.
We'll be ready in a minute.
I'll tell you what's sort of good about this hunt is the first time you take your boy out there hunting, you know. This is Austin, my son. He's 20 months old, and first time we had the opportunity to take him out in the field and get him broke in, and my daughter Jennifer got her in Daddy's camo jacket right here, but they're all excited, and the first time he's getting around to see the horses, he's getting in there to see the dogs and the hounds, and he probably won't get to get in on the kill of the boar, but he's going to be close by anyway. He's got his camo outfit on there ready to go. Let's go get loaded up, Austin, and get ready to go.
Jerry shows up, and Dave talks a little strategy first.
Well, Jerry, you got these ready to go?
Yep.
I got to show you something here now. We all heard about Texas rattling, didn't we? Rattling them horns.
Yep.
So this sort of idea I come up with. I thought it might be good to rattle up a hog. I thought we might just take some of these old warthog.
Well,
you reckon that'll work?
I don't know. It sure work on these big bucks rattling them horns, but rattling tusk, I don't believe I ever heard.
Reckon that'll work, Robert? Yeah, we'll try to rattle them up with these right here. You guys can rattle them up down in Texas and rattle them deer up. We'll try to rattle them hogs up with an old set of warthog tusks from Africa.
Yeah, old Randy White and Tommy Falk both can sure rattle up a big white-tailed buck, but now rattling up a Russian boar, I ain't ever tried that before. I got some hound dogs that'll rattle him up if he's around.
We might get something started here.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Might get a patent on that.
Let's give it a try. Everybody's ready up. They're all saddled up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Dave was down hunting with his good friend Randy Dieter and his wife Cheryl. Randy took a fine boar the day before this hunt with his .44 caliber black powder handgun. It was a fine big black hog, and Randy plans to help Dave with this spear hunt as he carries the throwing spears, just in case. The men search on horseback all through the mesquite and oaks with their hounds trying to locate the trail of a huge old boar they've been seeing hanging around the area.
We found quite a few tracks over there, but they're all old. They've been rained in. Of course, it rained this morning, but we never got a bark. They ain't nothing on that electric feeder. And that soured corn I put out hadn't been touched. He's around. We just ain't got a hold of him yet. He's a big hog.
I would be careful with that thing.
Put that machete up. Ahorita, muy ándale.
It takes several hours and lots of empty trails before they finally get him located. And the chase is on.
They got a big boar laid up there in this bee brush thicket. Get in the jeep,
All right.
break it across the creek, and get break.
All right, we'll be there. Yeah, we hear him. All right.
Let's go. Woo.
Hear him back over in there, back over on that side over in there. Okay. I think we're going to get much further than this. This bee brush all up in through here. Let's get out. They're barking back over that way. Let's get back over there. All right. Be careful on this stuff. And all that brush over back over that way. Go back around over here. Just point that spear in.
That blade's right in here. Yo. Hey, let me drive a horse. Get up here.
Okay. Big one's a good one?
He's a big, good Russian.
He sounds like he's a mean one.
Be careful. Let's go.
What's your spears?
Get me on the dog!
You got him tied up yet?
I'll go up there. You want me to go up there and hold him by the tail?
I know he is. I see him. He's a bad son of a gun. Let's let these other dogs
Camera.
get here.
Get a camera. Get something. See him. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Get the spear right here. Just stay back, Amos. Here he comes. There he is. There he is. Find you a tree. Getting it, Amos? That's a mean boar there, buddy. Watch out. Just keep a tree nearby. Just keep you a tree nearby. And keep back. He had one. He may be too big to spear. One mean boar. Look at him. There he is. Just keep you a tree. Keep you a tree. Keep you a tree. Just keep back. He had one mean boar. Look at him. Yeah, Amos. That is a big old boar. That sucker looked like a woolly mammoth. The cow watching action.
Hang with him now. Hang with him now, okay?
Yeah, don't give me this. Goes over here, I get him like this. Stay by this tree. Get back, man. Stay back away from him. Amos.
Let me tree! There he is, David. There he is.
That pole bend, man.
Stay with him, David. I didn't like that thing done.
I didn't think so.
If you don't think that stopped him, you look at that. Man. Well, I just rolled it over in the least bit scared.
This spear went all the way through. It's in the ground.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That spear went through. Where's Paul at?
Paul.
Come up here, son.
This spear's in
When you look at the job he speared, that boar didn't move a half inch. Randy threw that one.
This one's all the way through him in the ground. I stuck it right through him in the ground.
Well, I want to tell you what. I sure appreciate you doing a good job on these things.
Good job, Paul.
Well, that's simply unbelievable again. You guys must be crazy, but I guess that's what hunting is all about. And this type of hunting goes right back to the beginning of man, I'm sure. It's just you and the beast, and you only have a slight advantage. Well, as is always the custom here at the home place ranch of Jerry Campbell, after a great boar hunt, there's always a mesquite fire going with plenty of well-seasoned boar on the pit, lots of legendary Lone Star beer, and of course, tons of friendly people to help celebrate.
That's the best way to eat it right there. The way we eat it at home, isn't it? Cut a little piece out. Where are you going? Get him a piece of that flank. Man, think about that. Ooh, that'd make a good barbecue sandwich too. That's the way you dip your
There you go. Get a little of that sauce. That's the best part of it.
Man. Boy, I tell you what, that is good. Wild Russian boar. What's the secret?
Well, we kind of have a recipe there that's kind of an old family secret.
What is it?
Lots of different things mixed together.
Tell everybody.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain here. I don't have it written down. I need to look at my, my recipe.
You can send it to me, right?
Right. I'll mail you a copy of it. That's right.
That's sort of like everybody not wanting to give away their best hunting places, their best secret hunting. You ain't going to tell us what your secret recipe is, right?
In the woods.
It's just plain good, right?
That's right. We like it and we enjoy it. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Well, we will. Don't get no better. What do you think about it, Jerry?
Well, we had a pretty good hunt this morning.
Don't get no better than that.
Well,
I ain't got a Lone Star yet, but we're getting ready to solve that problem.
Well, we got plenty of them over there in the icebox.
Well, as we leave you with our old friend George Albison's plucking and singing, we want you to remember that these are the things that hunting is really about. Good friends and good times.
We got plenty of hog over here we cooked in the ground, cooked over Mesquite Cove. Everybody come on.
Eating's good, the drink is good. No, George, you'll let us have some good music today.
Yeah.
Gonna try it, ain't you?
All right. He can do it, I'll guarantee you. Deep in the heart of Texas, out where the bluebonnet grow, where the Lone Star beer is always on hand, there's a fellow that everybody knows. They say he sits tall in the saddle, with the peacemaker strapped to his side. And when he's in town, all the young ladies keep the door swung open wide. Hunting wild boars and mountain lions, that's his claim to fame. Some call him friend and some call him boss. Jerry Campbell is his name. He's 100% pure Texan, native son through and through. Like the Robin Hoods of long ago, he'll do anything for you. He'll stand up for your right to be wrong. His colors are red, white, and blue. He's proud of that old Lone Star, the state, and also the brew. And in the morning you won't find him sleeping in his bed. He'll be on his horse out in the brush with the hounds a baying ahead, doing what he was born to do, a gift from God above, riding the trails and telling his tale of the land he so dearly loved. He's 100% pure Texan, native son through and through. Like the Robin Hoods of long ago, he'll do anything for you. He'll stand up for your right to be wrong. Colored all red, white, and blue.
Well, I just rolled it. I wasn't the least bit scared.